All right, that was my attempt at trying to simulate a little bit of the Matrix. I'm only allowed to play 6-second clips or 5 seconds, so I got to keep it chill. But yeah, I was trying to time that, and it got out of hand. It got past me though. But hey, welcome everybody to this live The Matrix Resurrections trailer watch along, a reaction, opinion piece, what have you. I'm excited. I woke up this morning, so everybody going insane for the trailer. I was going to do a 6 a.m. show, but then, I was working till late last night and then stayed up to watch the United States men's national team qualifier match. So that pretty much took me out of the running for getting up to watch this thing at 6 a.m. But I'm excited to be here live now to watch. I have not watched the trailer. Let me say that right off the bat. I've avoided any of the spoilers. I did go on the websites. I don't know if you guys have gone on the website there. I think it's called where'sthematrix.com, and clicked on the blue and the red pill to see some of the footage that we might be getting in the trailer. I don't know if we're going to get it in the trailer or not, but I'm excited to see what we're going to get for sure. And thank you all so much for joining me. Please hit a like on this video as well. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel down below. I'm so close to crossing 18,000 subscribers. I think 20 some subscribers away from crossing 18,000. So please go and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell button so you see when we're dropping all the content we got here on the channel as well. So let's talk about The Matrix before we get into it. First of all, I'm a massive fan of the first film, 1999. I went to see it with I went to see it with one of my geek buddies. That's Michael Vogel. And I think maybe Shannon McClung, the other geek buddy, was with us as well. Went to the Tallahassee Theater. I think it was the AMC 20 or whatever it was down there in Tallahassee. I was at Florida State at the time, a year away from graduating. I remember this film came out. I remember we were all hyped up to see it. We'd seen the trailer. Everyone was like just ready to see what we got from this Matrix. We didn't know what to expect. It was Keanu Reeves, and it was only, 5 years removed from Speed. So we weren't sure what we were going to get. And at the time, I think Keanu had a little bit of a bumpy ride since Speed as he became like a prominent actor leading films. So we weren't sure what to get. Nobody really knew who Carrie-Anne Moss was. Of course, we knew who Lawrence Fishburne was, but the Wachowskis, I don't think were really that well known at the time as well. So stepping in to take on this sci-fi franchise was really something that a lot of people were surprised by. And then when the movie was over, I just remember being absolutely blown away. I think it was one of those films where we just kind of either sat in the theater and talked about it or ran out of the theater and talked about it for hours afterwards. Just a seminal moment in filmmaking, in sci-fi films, in the overall medium of film. And I've seen some critics who saw this trailer and some of the footage at CinemaCon say that this might have a chance of changing cinema again or making people fall in love with cinema again, which is really interesting because at the time right now where we're at, although Shang-Chi really exploded and is still kicking ass at the theater, we saw the kind of disappointment people felt over there at WB for the Suicide Squad, and also some of the disappointment people felt over at Disney over the second weekend for Black Widow. So we're in this place now where people are kind of slowly going back and not going back to the movie theater. And I just read the story yesterday that $25 million was set aside by AMC to get people excited to get back into the theater. Well, you know how you get people excited to get back into the theater is drop incredible films that people know that they will absolutely savor and have to watch with the best possible sound, the best possible picture. And The Matrix has always been one of those franchises, along with Star Wars and a couple of the franchises that have gotten the best out of the sound systems, out of the visuals there at the theater, of the screens, to make sure that people, the viewers, can enjoy it at the most optimal way that they can enjoy it on an audio and visual way. I mean, the look and the feel of The Matrix is so unique, so interesting, so different. It's surprising that it took this long to get something that made it feel this way, but that's what sci-fi does sometimes. It can really shock you and surprise you and show you interesting and new ways to look at the world. I mean, that's what's great about sci-fi overall, is it feels in the future, but it very much relates to what's going on in our world. And for this one, Lana Wachowski is coming back to direct. She directed this and co-wrote it. Her sister Lily is working on another project, so didn't want to come on or couldn't come on with the time to dedicate to this project. So we'll see what we're going to get when we take a look at the trailer. We've got Keanu Reeves coming back, Carrie-Anne Moss coming back. We do not have Lawrence Fishburne coming back. He's saying that he was not asked. Hugo Weaving said he did not want to do it, so we don't get Hugo Weaving either back in The Matrix here. But we do have Yahya-Abdul Mateen II. We do have have Jonathan Groff. We do have Neil Patrick Harris, Priyanka Chopra, and a number of other people coming back onto this project. So we shall see what we're going to get. Got over 100 of you watching me right now. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Please make sure you hit a like on this thing. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button and that bell button as well. I love The Matrix, love what it had to say. Now, we had Reloaded and Revolutions, right? Those second and third films in the trilogy, kind of disappointing for a lot of people. Doesn't mean there weren't some good scenes. Certainly that highway scene is something to just absolutely marvel and watch. Some of the dialogue, some of the conversation, some of the concepts were there, at times felt a little half-baked, not fully fleshed out, not fully explored like they were in the first Matrix. And I think that sometimes can be the death knell of a franchise, possibly, is when the first film is so damn good, the second and third films don't live up to how good that first film was. A franchise can, sometimes fall apart. And it's been 20 years since we've seen or over 20 years rather, since we've seen, since the first Matrix came out, but it's been a while since we've seen a new Matrix film. And I remember going to see Matrix Reloaded, Matrix Revolutions here in LA, back in LA. I'm living in San Diego now, but in LA, I remember we went to the 5 a.m. showing. At the time, at the Grauman's Theater, they were showing it 24 hours a day on a loop. They were showing it. I remember the only tickets we could get for opening day was 5 a.m. that morning. And we got there, we watched it. And I remember sitting at the Mel's Diner with everybody just kind of in a daze going like, wow, we were really disappointed by it. And then think, okay, maybe they'll fix it in Revolutions. And then literally the repeat of the same thing where you're trying to convince yourself to like those movies. But in the end, you know that you don't. I did like the fight sequences in Revolutions. I dig all the fights that they have with the Sentinels there. I liked that. The overall concepts, though, again, half-baked, not fully fleshed out. And really, the architect thing was the kick in the nuts, right? Or kick in the gut, really. A kick in the privates, let's just say that, because he basically said, well, this has been going on a number of times, so you're just the most recent one. And it's like, well, why the fuck did I waste my time watching 3 fucking movies if you're just going to repeat all over again? It was the frustrating part of that. So, I'm hoping that we avoid that with this. I mean, I'm not 100% excited that it's Matrix RE something like Revolutions Reloaded. Now we're back to Resurrection. So I'm hoping that they get it right this time. I'm hoping the title leads to an awesome trailer overall and that we get to enjoy it fully as we go see the movie. All right, let's see here. Good to see everybody joining me. Thank you so much. Justin Toner says, I love weaving, but we don't need Agent Smith. Maybe, but I think we're getting an agent back from the second movie. I kind of read that somewhere. So that agent is going to come back and be a part of this movie here. I saw Jada Pinkett Smith is listed in the credits in the IMDb as Niobe. So Niobe is coming back. What's her role going to be in this? And what are we going to see from Keanu Reeves's Neo and Carrie Ann Moss's Trinity? Because remember at the end of the last movie, I think Trinity is dying. She's died with a projectile through her body. And Neo himself was sacrificed so the other humans could possibly be given the option to leave the Matrix if they wanted to leave the Matrix, to take the red pill, not the blue pill. We know the blue pill is the one that keeps you in the blissful ignorance that there is no Matrix, and the red pill is the one that wakes you up and disconnects you. So looking forward to see what we get here. If we get some visuals that are reminiscent of the first film, do we get the vibe back of the first film? Do they follow the pattern here that like The Force Awakens did, Rocky Balboa did, where they kind of allude to and really connect to that first movie to get you to fall back in love with the franchise, but then also add some new things, new wrinkles to the franchise overall, or to the approach to telling this story overall? A lot of rumors that Yahya-Abdul Mateen II is playing a young Morpheus. So is it possible that this film is a prequel and a sequel? I don't know at the same time. Certainly possible, because The Matrix certainly messed with time throughout those 3 movies. So anything is possible at this point with these films. So we shall see what we're going to get. All right, let's take a look at how's everybody feeling? Are we ready to take a look at this trailer before and react to it? I've got it queued up here. The link is in the chat, in the description. If you want to join me for that. Oh, also, I forgot to say, if you want to send in some Streamlabs and super chats with your thoughts and your questions and your comments, let me copy and paste and put that in here as well. Because I imagine once I play the trailer, they're going to start They might take it down, like they took down my Spider-Man Far From Home for a little bit and then put it back up. So any ad revenue y'all can help me compensate for with your Streamlabs and Super Chats as we go along this conversation, I would be most appreciative if you could do that. So let me put that in the chat before we get going here and make sure, I'm covered in some way, or if any of you want to help in some way financially with what we're doing here on the Outlaw Nation, I'd be most appreciative. Wow, 141 likes. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. 140 you watching, but only 62 likes. Please get us above the 100 likes. Get us into that position where we can do, have it look good and people want to watch what we're doing here on the Outlaw Nation. Let me see here on the Outlaw Nation. There we go. All right, let me capitalize it. How about we do that? Sorry, gang, should have had this all set up already. All right, there we go. It is in. There we go. And let me pin it to the chat. And then let me open the Streamlabs. And yeah, you can always send in super chats, but YouTube takes like 50% of those Streamlabs now. So that is not a positive. So sorry, the super chat. So please send in through Streamlabs as I get almost all of that after Streamlabs takes a small cut. So yeah, all right, I've put it in the chat there. It's in there, and it's in the description of the video as well. So without further ado, let me share the screen, and we'll watch this thing. Get ready. All right. Make sure I share the audio because that's important as well. And boom. All right, there it is. I'm going to make it full screen for myself so I can watch it. All right, are we ready to go? Let me know if you're ready to go. Are we ready to go? Are we ready to go? Woo! All right, your body is ready. All right, and here we go. First, let me play one thing to get you all psyched up. Here we go. All right, let's play it. Oh, interesting.
Thomas, you seem particularly triggered right now. Can you tell me what happened?
I've had dreams that weren't just dreams.
Oh, whoa!
Am I crazy?
We don't use that word in here.
Wow. Oh, nice. Lord Jefferson airplane.
Hi.
Have we met?
Oh, what? They don't know each other?
Oh,
the blue pill.
One pill makes you small, and the ones that mother gives you don't do anything.
The blue pill that keeps you
Go ask Alice.
drugged up. Oh, Alice in Wonderland. Whoa, is that Priyanka? Oh, whoa. See, messing with time. Old, young, old, young. Oh. So he's playing Morpheus. Yahya's playing Morpheus.
If you want the truth, yeah.
There's the way.
You're
There's the
going
white
to have
rabbit.
to fly me.
Oh, here we go. Through the mirror. Yeah, through the mirror.
What matters to you is still here. I know it's why you're still fighting and why you will never give up.
Oh, the dojo.
You don't know me. No?
Oh! Wow. Oh, there it is. Wow. Oh. Oh, there's the agent. The rain looks familiar. Remember that first Matrix? Or the water, rather. Oh. Wow, that's... Oh. So is he an agent? Was that Yahya-Abdul Mateen as an agent as well? Oh.
After all these years, to be going back to where it all started. Back to the Matrix.
Whoa! Oh. Yeah, coming out December 22nd. Wow. 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 All right. Wow. 235 of you watching. Thank you. My God. Wow. So much to break down in this. So much to take a look at here. First of all, let's talk about the overall look of the film. It looks incredible, looks gorgeous, clean, precise, beautiful. Maybe the way it looked to us in 1999 when we first saw The Matrix, the cleanness of The Matrix. I mean, it just looks gorgeous. It looks almost 4K, you would argue. I mean, just great seeing what we got here. Neo and Trinity don't know each other. They're in the Matrix now. All of a sudden, he's taking the blue pills. What's that all about? Have they purposely hidden Neo? Is he the old man in the mirror? Is he actually old in real life rather than the young version of Neo that is in this Matrix? Is he an old version at Zion? What's the situation here? Are they keeping him doped up? Did they lie to him at the end of the third movie to keep him kind of docile and believing that his sacrifice was worth it so that everybody could possibly be exposed to the Matrix? Was it all a lie? And he doesn't know Trinity. So what's that all about? That was almost like an eternal sunshine of the spotless mind moment where they're just kind of looking at each other going, hey, don't I know you? Or haven't I met you somewhere before? Really interesting. So have they got them both kind of doped up to a degree? And what are they making? Is Wachowski, is she making a commentary on mental health, on pills, on taking pills to keep yourself in a certain state? And if that's good for you or not, is that a commentary on that? What is Yahya-Abdul Mateen's role in this? I think the character's name is Thomas. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I think the character's name is Thomas. What's Thomas's role in this? We see him in front of the mirror, kind of freaked out by the mirror. We see him in the Matrix, kind of sitting in essentially for Morpheus. He's got the glasses. He's fighting him. He's bald. He's fighting in the dojo. He's wearing red this time. I think he wears white in the Matrix when he fights Neo. He was wearing red this time, but he gets absolutely destroyed by Neo. So is this the Neo in the Matrix? Does he understand what's happening as he transitions? Plus, he's following a white rabbit. Who is Priyanka Chopra playing? She's got that Alice in Wonderland rather. That's that kind of, going down into the wormhole again, following the white rabbit again. All of that alluding to the original Matrix, the dojo, as I said, alluding to the original Matrix, the look of him alluding to the usual Matrix. Thomas Anderson. Yeah, right. Fishburne. Yeah. Let me look it up. I don't want to, get off track here with the Matrix to get to Yahya-Abdul Mateen's character's name. So I appreciate your patience while I look this up here and see what his character's name is. It doesn't say, just says the actor's name. Did you see Christina Ricci? I don't know if I saw Christina Ricci in the trailer. I know she's in this. Jessica Henwick is the actress with the blue hair. We see her kind of leading him into the Matrix through that mirror. So once again, and she's got that rabbit tattoo. So once again, he's following another a female with the white rabbit on her to lead him into the next phase of whatever he's dealing with in the Matrix here. We did, as I said, we saw Priyanka Chopra. Who else is this further along in the process? If it is further along in the process, is she Sati? Remember, Sati is the daughter in Matrix Revolutions, who is smuggled in there and taken care of by the Oracle. Since she has that Alice in Wonderland book, is she going to be the new Oracle in the Matrix? Has she essentially taken up that position in the franchise? So I'm curious to see what her situation is. Oh, sorry, Priyanka Chopra Jonas. I want to make sure that's clear. She's changed her name to her married name there with Joe Jonas, I think, is who she's married to. We see Daniel Bernhardt, a quick look at him as Agent Johnson. He's back from Reloaded. He wasn't in Revolutions, I believe, but he's in Reloaded. So is he essentially taking the place of Agent Smith? Is that his role in this? We didn't see a lot of, we saw shots of agents, but we didn't see them necessarily as the antagonists or the main antagonists. And I think when we got to the end, I think we are introduced to the main antagonist. That's Jonathan Groff sitting there. Jonathan Groff from Hamilton. He is in there playing that. So is he the new antagonist in this film? Is he the new villain in this film? I don't know. It's really, really interesting. So, I mean, I had a great time watching this thing. Enjoyed what we saw. The explosions, not a lot of hand-to-hand combat. So does that bother some of you all? We saw a lot of hand-to-hand combat through The Matrix, the first 3 movies. Are we moving away from that? Because, we've seen Keanu Reeves do this throughout the John Wick series. So why would we want to see him kind of fight again and do all these things again? Is that what the situation is here? What do we think about that? Who else is? I didn't see Jada Pinkett Smith unless I missed her. I didn't see the Merovingian, Lambert Wilson, who is coming back to play the Merovingian as well. Let's see if there's anyone else on this cast. Ellen Holman. I don't think I saw Ellen Holman. All right, point it out to me. Did I miss anything? Did I miss what did you guys think? What do you think is happening in here? Let me know in the comment section below. Let me know with your Streamlabs. And okay, some of you have sent in some super chats here. Let me bring them up and see what you guys have to say about this trailer. Gramash, he says, message to fans at the end, letting people know it will be closer to the first one. Smart. Yeah, Neo is paying for saving humanity, not knowing what he did. Yeah, maybe that's what it is, Gramash. Maybe they purposely, that was the exchange. Like, you saved humanity, and now we're going to essentially put you back in the Matrix and have you have the gift. But we see right at the beginning, though, when he's sitting there with Neil Patrick Harris, who's playing his therapist. And what's Neil Patrick Harris's role in this? Is he just the therapist, or is he therapist who's been assigned to Neo, to Thomas, to make it seem as if the things he's thinking about, the things he's going through, are a lie? Again, maybe a commentary on mental health and psychiatry and therapists and all of that. Is that therapist there to keep him kind of in a certain state of confusion? Some people do therapy for the rest of their lives, and some of the therapists, and they can have a codependent relationship with their therapist. They don't want to necessarily get better, because then they won't keep seeing their therapist. So, and some therapists may not want you to get better, because then they'll lose some income. So there's that possibility here in this exchange. Is he being used by the Matrix to keep Thomas confused, to keep him off balance? And have they both, and as I said, have they kind of drugged up or taken the memories away from both him and Trinity overall, to see so that they don't know each other and can't really band together and start this all over again? So how does Jessica, is it Jessica Henwick? Is that it? Jessica Henwick? Is that her name? Jessica Henwick's character, how does she slide through the programming and get him to go back into the Matrix? So a lot of questions here, a lot of wondering about which side of the fence people are on, because we saw Yahya-Abdul Mateen II, as we said, he's initially looks like he's completely overwhelmed by what he's seeing with his finger touching the mirror. Is that a flashback in his life? And then, of course, we see him with the glasses. But then later on, I think that's him wearing the suit of an agent. Is he in disguise? What is he doing there? So what side of the fence is he on? Really, really interesting stuff here. All right, Simon Section says, I think it was Johnny Mnemonic failure that left a unsure viewing of The Matrix. My first viewing wasn't packed until word of mouth. Yeah, he's talking about in 1999. Yeah, that's a fair point. Keanu had done Johnny Mnemonic, I think, in 97 or 98, maybe the year before. So a lot of people felt like, I don't know if we want to take a chance on another sci-fi film with Keanu Reeves in the lead. But this one absolutely was a word of mouth film that became a huge box office hit because of word of mouth, for sure. Scripted Zombie said, loved seeing you react to it. Yeah, thanks. This is why I didn't want to watch it. I wanted to enjoy it for sure, purely as I watched it as we went along here. Let's see what else we've got. If we've got any more stream. Yeah, Simon Section. I think, yeah, okay, he said that already. Let me see if I got any Streamlabs. Oh, okay, we've got some Streamlabs that have come through here. As I said, they're probably going to put a block on this because we watched it live. So, if any donations, Streamlabs, or Super Chat you could send in to cover up some of the ad revenue would be really nice, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Aaron Klister. What's up, Aaron? He said, shut up and take my money. What a fantastic trailer. What was your favorite part, John? Ooh, good question. What was my favorite part? Well, I think seeing the visuals of Trinity in the kind of, I don't know, the kind of light. Is she being rebuilt? What is that? I might have to watch it again to see what my favorite part is, but I think that really stood out to me. I loved him fighting Nia, in essence, Morpheus, the young Morpheus in the dojo. We're back on a rooftop again at the end, right? Very similar to the original film, back on a rooftop, them together back on a rooftop. The first time they saved Neo in the first, saved Morpheus in the first film. Now, what are they being asked to do? Like Peter B. Parker said, it looks like they're taking a leap of faith there at the end of the movie, or at the end of the trailer rather, and jumping out. And also, that's another question I have as I come out of this, Aaron and everybody else. Is this the beginning of a new trilogy? Is this a film that's going to stand on its own? Is this a kind of wrap-up film? Is this like Rocky Balboa, getting you back in love with the characters, and then they're going to, kind of slowly move Keanu and Carrie Ann off of the films and focus more on the new cast of characters that they're bringing in here? Because it seems to me very clearly that this is Thomas Anderson's movie, but he may be handing it off to young Morpheus. He may be handing it off to Yahya-Abdul Mateen II to carry forward, kind of like Sylvester Stallone handed it off to Michael B. Jordan in the Rocky series. So that's certainly possible that could be happening here, so they keep going. Let's see here. Haskell 420 says, I gotta go PT, but go to 16 to 17 second mark. As he's talking to Neil Patrick Harris, it flashes his dreams. You see dead Neo from part 3 with his burnt out eyes and the machines working on him. Maybe he wasn't dead and was barely alive. They make him a battery again, and his Matrix self is remembering the past. Plus, one other shot shows SWAT fighting in a room, and on the screen, it looks like someone is watching Neo's dreams or his past, as it looks like Neo from the first movie. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but let's go. I hear you. I will pause it. I'll take a look in just a second. As I said, I can't rewatch it. That's what had got it taken down last time on YouTube. So, but I'm going to try to get to certain spots and pause it, then bring it up on the screen, see what people think. Hill Nellum says, the power of trailers. Had no interest in this movie when it was announced. This trailer has me all in now, and I need this White Rabbit remix used in the trailer as a download. Absolutely. Let me bring up the lyrics for White Rabbit. I think we should take a look at that for Jefferson Airplane, because that's what was playing. White Rabbit. One pill makes you larger, one pill makes you small, and the ones that mother gives you don't do anything at all. Go ask Alice when she's 10 feet tall. And if you go chasing rabbits and you know you're going to fall, tell them a hook a smoking caterpillar has given you the call. Of course, it's all referencing Alice in Wonderland stuff. Call Alice when she was just small, when the men on the chessboard get up and tell you where to go, and you've just had some kind of mushroom and your mind is moving low. Go ask Alice. I think she'll know. When logic and proportion have fallen sloppy dead and the White Knight is talking backwards, and the Red Queen's off with her head, remember what the Dormouse said: feed your head, feed your head. All right. Interesting lyrics for sure, that very much connect to what we just saw in the trailer here overall. Let's see what else. Who else is? Thanks so much, Sharon. Apologies sending in $10. Appreciate that. That's very, very kind of you. So much so. And I've got 232 of you watching right now live. Please remember to hit that like button on this video as well. If you're watching later, leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of the trailer overall. What is your favorite section, as Aaron was asking? What's your favorite moment in the trailer? Aaron, the whole trailer is my favorite moment. I think I have to settle on that. I don't think I had a moment in that trailer where I was bored or didn't want to know what was happening. And again, the look of it, right? The green mixed in with that kind of orangey gold haze, all of it, a nice mix overall. Aaron sent in some more, says a lot of complaints of any Batman film has to do with Cape Crusader doesn't do anything detective-like activities. I've heard the same complaints with Neo in the original trilogy, and that he doesn't do anything spectacular in that trailer, though Neo looks like he's the one. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, that's a good point. Absolutely. All right, let me see if I can find a moment. Let me go back through the trailer here and find a moment to pause it, and or maybe watch the 6 seconds of it that they're talking about, or that Haskell talks about here. All right, let's see. I don't want to get in too much trouble, but I'm going to share it. We'll see if they take it down. Hey, guys, let me know if they take it down. Let me know if I'm down. So, okay, so we're here, right? We see what we see. So he goes into the Matrix. All right, so it looks like he's still hooked in. So we're going to watch this 6 seconds, and maybe they won't take it down. All right, so that's what it was, 2 seconds, for God's sake. So let's take a look here. There's him pinned into the thing. There's not much we can do in terms of pausing and starting and stopping. So yeah, that seems to be what the 2-second clip there is enough. So let me stop sharing before they come after me. I think there's let me see if I can find the article. An article. Someone told me that there's an article breaking everything down from Gizmodo. So let me see if I can find that article real quick. Okay, here we go. All right. Yes. All right. So we see Thomas's dreams. Says the visions of a world where he can perceive the underlying digital code that shapes the. Okay, so let me share this. Maybe I won't get in trouble for sharing this article, and we can take a look at it together and kind of speculate as we go along. Here we go. Let's see here. Talking about the opening here. Yeah, we hear White Rabbit, blue pill and red pill. And then we get to this. Thomas's dreams aren't just dreams, visions of a world. So here's the pieces from here we go. So there's a gunshot. He's trying to stop it. Was being worked on. There's the very similar stuff that we saw. There's him in the getting unhooked there. We see him trying to stop the bullet. Is that looks very similar to the first film where we got Morpheus and the water coming down and him trying to get out of that situation. We see him being hooked into the Matrix in a way. Who is being unhooked? Who is being worked on? That looks like Trinity all over again, sitting in the chair like she did at the opening of the first Matrix. What's the eye change? Who is that? Whose face is that with the eye change? Is that Neo? Is that an older Neo holding hands with a younger Neo? Is that what's going on there? What's the snap for? What is that? So questions abound. And according to Gizmo, it says that showing clips of Thomas Neo reaching to catch a bullet and also his being awakened to the apocalyptic real world seen in the Matrix trilogy. Tanks of goo, a swarm of new spider-like sentinels greets the newly awakened Thomas Neo in the trailer, heavily implying that Resurrections will pick up Neo's story from the last film, even though Thomas were introduced, who doesn't seem at first to have any recollection of the Matrix. Yeah, we get this moment where they meet each other and she holds the hand and she says, it feels like she knows him. Or so have they orchestrated this meeting? Has Jessica Henwick and the group she's working for, have they orchestrated this meeting to kind of spark this thing? Because, this is the heart of the story, their relationship in this trilogy. So has this been set up so that they can start this process all over again in this new film? Also, is that rubber ducky on his head? When we see it in the bath, is that the rubber ducky on his head? It looks like it's on his head. So yeah, clearly. Now, what's this blocking out the sun? What's that all about? Or what is he looking at there in the sun? What is that all about? Well, yeah, we see him in the elevator. We see the stack of blue pills. So the elevator is an interesting moment because he's everybody looking at their phones and then looking up. So is he seeing multiple levels now? Is he stopped taking the blue pill? Looks like, or is his reality cracking now that he's stopping the taking of the blue pill? And then we see the Yahya-Abdul Mateen here offering that's Priyanka Chopra. Interesting. I like the glasses. But yeah, there's the old Neo. What is that? Oh, the old Thomas. What is that? Now see, that's pretty much a Matrix thing. So here's the thing. I'm a naturally suspicious person. So he's here essentially, it looks like simulating Morpheus. But remember, we see Yahya-Abdul Mateen, I think, at the end of the trailer wearing the agent outfit. So is he working for the Matrix to trick Neo in this situation to get final revenge? Is he Agent Smith essentially simulating Morpheus, a character that Neo would have some sort of subconscious trust with so that he can lure Neo into a final ending? Is that possible? Look, I want to believe Yahya-Abdul Mateen is going to be the protagonist who's going to take over here. But is there something more nefarious going on, offering him the red pill, the shot to Alice in Wonderland? That Sati there? We shall see. And then we see Jessica Henwick, of course, with the tattoo of the rabbit there on her arm. She's the one leading Neo, who is wearing his, kind of jacket and the hat to kind of cover himself in through the looking glass, essentially. So what does that mean? What is her role in all of this? Then we see the stuff on Trinity's face, right? The kind of the code coming down her face. What does that mean? He's holding her hand. What are we connecting to? Is she not alive anymore? Is she actually not alive anymore? Is this a treatise on loss? we've seen Marvel really deal with loss recently. If you've seen Shang-Chi, that's a part of the movie. If you've seen the What If, that's a part of the Doctor Strange episode. If you've seen WandaVision, that's all over WandaVision. Hell, Falcon and Winter Soldier with dealing with loss of Cap, and Lady Loki dealing with their own losses. So I know that's Warner Brothers versus Disney Marvel, but still, is this also dealing with loss? Is Trinity someone who's being created or used in the Matrix for a certain purpose for Neo? Is she really gone? And at the end, is he going to have to make a decision, kind of like What's-His-Face does at the end of Upgrade? If you haven't seen Upgrade, I don't want to ruin it for you, but there's a decision he has to make at the end of Upgrade. And I don't want to go into it, so I don't want to ruin it. Yeah, we get the dojo, as I mentioned already 3 or 4 times. Pretty cool shot. Looks like a huge explosion there, but it doesn't look, I mean, they're in the Matrix, I guess, there. So boom. So obviously he can still affect things within the Matrix when he accesses his power. Love these shots. Love these shots here of what I think is Zion and all those sentinels hanging around there. Then we get Jessica doing her thing. Yeah, that's the agent. I think that's Daniel Bernhardt there, Agent Johnson, who who kind of does the head thing and swicks it out. So maybe takes the place of Smith. But see, let's see, what's all this? What's all the fighting here? What's in the back there? They're fighting on the train, so we don't get an extended sequence on the train, but we get an allusion to a train fight here. It feels very Blade Runner-ish to have the screen behind in the night fighting. It's got like a vibe to Blade Runner there as well. Then this is Trinity. Essentially, is she being recreated? That looks like a new tube, a different kind of tube. Is she being recreated? Is she being disconnected? What does this all mean? Overall, yeah, she'll need to be, is she being brought into the Matrix to kind of, this is what I'm talking. There's Yahya-Abdul. Is that Yahya-Abdul Mateen? Because it looks like to me that is Yahya-Abdul Mateen. That's got to be Trinity on the motorcycle, right? Jessica running through the walls and shooting. So maybe he is in disguise, Yahya-Abdul Mateen, against these agents, because it looks like he is running with Jessica Henwick and running away from the other agents. So maybe he was in disguise. So maybe he's not tricking Neo. So here we go again with him stopping the bullets, very reminiscent of the first Matrix. A helicopter, the rooftop, very reminiscent of the first Matrix. Massive explosions. We see her riding on the back of the motorcycle with Neo, which if you've seen those, him riding on the back of the motorcycle with Carrie Ann, we've seen the clips or the pictures from the set where that was happening. So certainly that's a reminiscent of that. But clearly he can manipulate bullets, manipulate rockets, manipulate all kinds of weapons. So what's the battle here? And we have the rooftop where they leap off. And then there's him with Jonathan Groff, who looks like, in the position that he's sitting in, is he a younger version of the Architect? If we're going to get a younger version of Morpheus, is he the younger version of the Architect? I don't know. All I know is I fucking loved it. That's what I can tell you. I was really trepidatious because I'd seen here. Let me stop the share on this. I'd seen some of the comments and some of the reactions from people, and they were saying that, Jada is back, Travis Earl. Jada is in the cast list, and she's listed as Niobe. So Jada is coming back in some form. So we shall see what form it takes overall. So I'm still up. I'm still up, ladies and gentlemen. They're probably going to block it once I finish the episode, but I'm still up for now. Let me see if I've got any Streamlabs or Super Chats that have come through here. Oh, Gary Hotuka. What's up, Gary? I don't think you've donated more. Thank you very much. He said, do you think this is almost a reboot with a twist? Looks like a fever dream. LOL. Yeah, it does look like a fever dream. That's for damn sure, Gary. I don't disagree with you there. This could be a reboot for sure. That kind of launches, as I said, kind of like they launched Creed off of Rocky Balboa, or using Rocky Balboa's franchise as the foundation to launch. They may be launching Yahya-Abdul Mateen's Morpheus on his separate journey. Maybe Morpheus is the one now. And wouldn't that be possible in our post Black Lives Matter world, where a lot of studios are now starting to open their eyes to having people of diversity, people of color, becoming their leads, women becoming their leads. This is very, very possible that for the new Matrix, it's Keanu and Carrie and 2 white leads handing it off to Yahya-Abdul Mateen as a black lead to carry this forward into the next series of Matrix films. I would not be surprised. So that's a possibility there. Could be a fever dream because we're messing with time, Gary. Absolutely. We see the young, we see the kind of middle-aged Neo, but then we see a really old Neo in the mirror. We've got a young Morpheus, a possible young Architect, an older Sati, possibly if Priyanka Chopra is playing that character. So certainly time is being messed with all over the place with this trailer. So it could be. Who knows? It could be a fever dream for sure. I don't think it's in essence. Yeah, I think it's a reboot, but a soft reboot in that you're bringing back the characters, like Force Awakens, right? They soft rebooted Star Wars in a way by bringing back all those old characters and having them launch, Rey and Finn and Poe and everybody in there, giving them the license. Didn't really work out, in my opinion, but that's what they were trying to do, I think. Big Mo, what's up, Big Mo? He says, hey, John, I love this trailer. I think the blue pills are suppressing his powers. Yes. But that Yahya is not actually Morpheus, but instead a program disguising itself as a familiar face. Yes, I was saying, does he have another purpose? And is he being disguised as Morpheus because Neo subconsciously trusts someone who kind of looks like Morpheus or acts like Morpheus? It's a great point, Big Mo. Could the red pill take you deeper into the Matrix? I don't know. There is a lot, LOL. Yeah, there's a lot, Big Mo. That's for sure. Could be taking you deeper into the Matrix. That's very, very possible. And why not? If you want to expand a franchise, and certainly if you want to bring a franchise back after 20 years, you got to expand the world, right? I mean, look at Blade Runner 2049. Yeah, some of you may like it. Some of you may don't. I love it, but it expanded the world. That's a 2-hour and 45-minute film. It expanded the world of Blade Runner in massive ways, and even had the possibility of what happened between Rachel and Deckard. And so, yeah, so you expand it. So you start to see. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're expanding the Matrix even deeper, showing you even more things that Neo is going to encounter, Neo and Trinity, for sure. Let's see if anyone else, let's see if I've got any more Streamlabs or Super Chats here. We'll wrap up in like 15 minutes. I don't want to go more than an hour. I've got to prepare for the Geek Buddies we're going to talk about this trailer probably as our main focus. So I'm curious to hear what Mike and Shannon have to say about it. That's going to be our main topic today for sure. We're going to talk about other stuff, Star Trek and those trailers and everything as well. So, and the new Saints of Newark trailer and possibly a couple other things that have dropped. So we're definitely going to talk about that. We'll record a little bit later. That'll be out later on today. Also, just a quick plug, Kay Cannon. Kay Cannon is on the Geek Buddies. We interviewed her for about 35-40 minutes about Cinderella, about her whole process directing that movie, what she went through, what she dealt with, all of that. That will be dropping at around 1 o'clock today. And our Geek Buddies episode will drop at 5 p.m. PT today. So look for that all day today. And then tomorrow, our What If review for the most recent What If episode that dropped yesterday. We're putting that review up in the morning. Emma Fife joining us again to review that one. So look for that in the morning as well. So a busy, I mean, yesterday was a little bit, it was busy, but it wasn't as heavy. Today is going to be heavy. Friday is going to be heavy. So I appreciate you all being a part of the Outlaw Nation channel and supporting all the stuff we're doing here. Please, if you are watching right now and you haven't given this video a like, give it a like. We got 230 of you all still watching me right now. So please give this video a like. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, would love your support. If any of the 200 of you are not subscribed, please subscribe down below and hit that bell button. This is the kind of stuff we're doing here on as the channel expands itself. As we go deeper into our Matrix, it's how the channel is expanding. Live trailer reactions, reviews, pre-produced videos, live shows, all of it happening here on the channel. And great stuff with the Geek Buddies, great stuff with John and Wendy Explain the World with Wendy Lee. And certainly the Star Wars show, Jedi Way, is going to come back with Laura and I very soon. So all of it is happening here on the channel. And Game Time certainly will be back on Monday for covering the NFL. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see who's available to join us for Monday, but we are going to be back on Monday with Game Time. So a lot of stuff happening. All right. Any other comment? What do you guys think? What else do you think? Let me see if there's anyone else in the or anything else in the cast list that might betray anything. Yeah, William Barber. No. I don't see anybody else in the cast list necessarily. Oh, Telma Hopkins? What? Telma Hopkins is in this film? Nice. From Family Matters? From the Jeffersons? Wasn't she in the? I think she was in the Jeffersons. Wasn't she in the Jeffersons? Am I crazy, guys? Am I crazy? Oh, Give Me a Break. I'm sorry. She was on Give Me a Break. That's right. Family Matters, Give Me a Break. Been on The Young and Restless recently. She is in The Matrix Resurrections. Interesting. Is she playing? Who is she playing? I'm curious. Is she Yahya-Abdul Mateen's mom? Is she connected with him in any way, shape, or form? I don't know. Curious, very curious. And I only say that because her and Carrie Ann Moss, her and Jada Pinkett Smith and Yahya-Abdul Mateen II are the only black actors I see in the cast. So most of the time, Hollywood, they try to connect them up. So we'll see. All right. Anything more to cover on this? I don't know. Maybe we're good. Maybe I'll end it. Oh, Lou fan, what's up, Lou? Good to see you, man. He says, I'm resisting the temptation to call this more of the same, but I think that there is a twist that hasn't been shown yet. So I'm just going to wait and see. I'm looking forward. Maybe you're saying that. I hope that I can validate my assumption on HBO Max. Yeah, don't forget, December 22nd is when this is coming out, day and date on HBO Max in the theaters. I'm definitely going to see this in the theaters. So I'm looking forward to that. And hopefully, maybe on IMAX, which I think is the best way. Ara goes, do you think this Matrix movie will be more political? Have to believe Lana is not happy that her creation has been used for right-wing propaganda. She might want to dunk on the alt-right. Yeah, it's very possible. But even if she does, they're going to twist it and manipulate it to fit their needs. Look, there's nothing you can do once those groups grab your content and twist it and manipulate it for their own benefits and get a bunch of people to kind of blindly believe the nonsense that they're spewing. And so what can you do? She can dunk on them and it'll be fun for those of us who watch it, but is it going to be enough of a dunk to convince people in those movements to get out of those movements that they've been duped by this kind of usage of the Wachowski's creations? I doubt it, but she very well might. And there's nothing wrong with that overall. Let's see here. Gramash says, my opinion, Neil Patrick Harris is the new Oracle. Look at the walls in the room, John. All right, let's take a look at the walls in the room. All right. Here, you know what? I've got it saved on a spot here where we can look at the walls in the room. Let's take a look. Let me share this real quick. And let's take a look. I won't play any sound because we don't need to have any sound here. Look at the walls in the room. Okay, we're looking at the walls in the room here. I'm going to make, can I make it bigger? I guess I can't. Nope, I guess I can't. All right, let me see here. Yeah, we've got the blue butterfly behind him. What else is on the walls? What is that? What is the lamp? What is the figure on the lamp? Talk to me. Tell me, what do you guys see on the walls that would make you think Neil Patrick Harris is the Oracle? Is it the blue glasses? Is it the socks, the multicolored socks? Do those indicate anything? Blue, red, and white. The blue and red there. That's a nice little tone. Blue pill, red pill. I appreciate that. His glasses blue. See, but his glasses are blue. Blue pill means you stay in the Matrix. So I don't think that's the Oracle. That would make it. See, it makes me believe even more so that he's part of the blue side of things, which is to keep keep Neo in the Matrix, not knowing, or keep him constantly confused, so he doesn't ever remember or go back to Zion and do the things that he did. He's wearing a blue sweater, makes it even more obvious. There is a red blanket behind him. So what does that mean? So interesting. And the blue butterfly, another thing too. What do you guys see? I see yellow in the socks. Okay. The wall behind Keanu. Oh, now you're saying the wall behind Keanu. Oh, the wallpaper. All right. Let me see if I can, let me get out of this because I don't want to get us in trouble. Let me see if I can get a shot of the wall behind Keanu. All right. Here's the wall. Well, is there another shot? I don't want to. Let me watch it myself. So he's certainly having dreams of walking through the code of the Matrix. What's on the ring when it snaps? Yeah, what's on the ring when he snaps? Yeah, what is that? It looks like a square. Yeah, it looks like a diamond square. What does that mean? And who's behind that person who's snapping? All right, here's the shot of the walls, but I don't see much here that you guys, and maybe I should go to another shot. What do you guys think? What do you see here in the walls? I'm confused. What do you guys see in the walls that make you think it's Yeah, JMB says butterflies often signify transition from an immature state to a mature state. Yes, true, but JMB, he has the butterfly captured and put in the case and pinned in the case. So the butterfly is not flying away. The butterfly has been captured and put there on display. So yes, it signifies transition. And certainly, if you've seen Cinderella, butterflies signify a transition. But in this, the Amazon Prime one, in this situation, though, what does a butterfly put in a box on display signify? That to me doesn't signify transition. That signifies that you've been trapped. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So that's about the circuit board. I see the circuit board, two electric switches. He's at the TVA. That's right. He's a variant in the TVA. That's certainly possible. So yeah, I don't see anything there in those walls that would necessarily indicate that what's his face? MPH is the Oracle. I think more it's Sati, because remember, or Priyanka Chopra's character. I mean, she's got the Alice in Wonderland book. Remember, Sati is the character, the young girl who comes into the Matrix in the Revolutions. She's smuggled in because remember, she can raise the sun in Revolution. So I think it feels like she's going to be the Oracle, kind of taking over and being trained by the Oracle to be this. So Priyanka Chopra versus Jonathan Groff. That's a nice battle that I find very, very interesting as well. And you're asking about the political stuff. Maybe Jonathan Groff stands in there as the white male who's being the antagonist in the film or the villain in the film. That could be a political point of view, a political statement as well. So we shall see overall if that's the way they go with that for sure. Let me check Streamlabs Super Chats for a wrap up here. Let's see here. Big Mo says, do you think we are going to see Cypher? Oh, good question. Good fucking question. Let me see if I think we're going to see Cypher. Let me see. I don't know. Do you? I mean, I don't know what purpose that would serve, because that would trigger him even more to see the person who betrayed them be a part of the Matrix. So that would be curious to me, especially Joey Pants. I don't know if we'll see Cypher. I just think that would be weird to me. A version of Cypher, maybe. A younger version of Cypher, that's a possibility, but I'd be real surprised if they really open the door to this and have you explore Cypher, because I think Cypher triggers him, because that's a betrayal. So to me, that would be odd to see Cypher come through this equation. But are we going to see other members? Like, what's Niobe's? Is Niobe going to be the one who exposes Yahya-Abdul Mateen? Is Niobe the one sending the Yahya as a Big Mo who pointed that out? Big Mo, I think you might have pointed that out. Yeah, Big Mo pointed that out, that Morpheus could be a program that was created to get Neo back. So maybe Niobe is the one who has created the program of the Yahya-Abdul Mateen character and sent him into the Matrix, and he's still a new character. So him being surprised by the mirror makes a lot of sense. Still discovering the world within the worlds of this situation. Him being able to be beaten by Neo so quickly also makes a lot of sense. So maybe he is the character created by Niobe to get Neo to come back, because Niobe knows Neo's connection to Morpheus. So having him look like Morpheus but not be fully Morpheus, very, very interesting one. So that's a possibility. That's a possibility where we could have that play around within. I like that. So yeah. There's no Agent Smith, Ryan. He is not coming back. Hugo Weaving has been very clear. And it doesn't feel to me like it's that kind of double speak where they know they're coming back, but they have to kind of give coy answers. It feels very clear to me that he's not coming back. And Lawrence Fishburne himself has said very clearly he was not asked to come back. Wasn't even asked. So very interesting stuff there. So we shall see. All right, let's wrap it up there. We got about 2 minutes. I'm going to get out of here so y'all can get on with your day. And I got to get prepping for the Geek Buddies. So thank you all so much for watching this live trailer reaction and analysis of this trailer for The Matrix Resurrections. It's coming out December 22nd on HBO Max and in the theaters from Warner Brothers. I'm looking forward to it. I hope Lana Wachowski gets us to fall back in love with The Matrix and the franchise and the possibilities of this franchise, especially now when this world is more aware of mental health, more aware of false or fake news, more aware of false narratives, more aware of fake realities, more aware of, post Me Too, post Black Lives Matter movements. Not that we've changed anything, but post those movements, we're more open to receive these philosophical concepts and have them be explored within a franchise and on a grand scale like this. So hopefully Lana has captured lightning in a bottle one more time and gets us to fall back in love with this Matrix, because there's so much promise in this franchise. I think that's what people feel the most about 2 and 3 is not anger, it's disappointment, because they loved the first one so much and the possibility the first one teased of really exploring and deep diving on philosophical concepts. So we shall see. All right. Well, thanks so much for watching this. Please remember to like this video if you're watching it right now, or if you watch it later. I would appreciate it. Please leave a comment down below as well. And I may have to, strike this thing. I may have to kind of adjust things, or I may have to fight them if they put a copyright strike on this. So just letting you know, I appreciate you all watching me live. You got the authentic reaction and authentic analysis here in live time. So I appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please feel free to subscribe down below. Hit that bell button. Trying to cross that 18,000 subscriber mark. So it'd be great to have you aboard the Outlaw Nation for all the content we do. Also, if you want to follow me or subscribe to me on Twitch, the Outlaw Nation, all one word. Got play-alongs and watch-alongs coming on Twitch as well. And if you want to support us financially, consistently every month, you can be part of the Patreon. Patreon.com/John Rocha. So much going on there. Had great hangouts last night. So much was going on with all of us there in the hangouts that we do. 2-hour hangout last night on Zoom was a blast. Having great conversations. It's a great environment to be a part of. Not toxic, no drama, a lot of fun, talking entertainment, talking life. The Outlaw Nation is a great place to be. I'm very proud to be a part of it and to be the figurehead of this nation. So come be a part of that on the Patreon. All right. Take care of yourselves. Be well. Remember to follow me at The Rocha Says on Twitter and on Instagram. And take the red pill always. You want to have the reality so you can make the right decisions in your life. Always strive to take that red pill. That's what I would say. All right. Take care of yourselves. Be well. And we'll talk to you next time with another brand new trailer reaction or video here from the Outlaw Nation. Be well.